For generations, the American Civil War has stood as the defining crucible of the nation, a cataclysmic conflict that tore the country apart and ultimately forged a new, if deeply flawed, union. Its aftermath, the tumultuous era of Reconstruction, was a period of immense social, political, and economic upheaval, a grand experiment in racial equality, and democratic reform that ultimately faltered. Historians have long grappled with understanding this pivotal decade, relying on fragmented records, personal accounts, and official documents to piece together the lives of millions of Americans grappling with freedom, poverty, and profound societal change. But what if there was a single, comprehensive snapshot of this era, a vast repository of data that could illuminate the lives of ordinary people, reveal hidden patterns of migration, and expose the stark realities of a nation struggling to redefine itself? For decades, such a resource existed, largely in the form of fragile, handwritten ledgers, difficult to access, and even harder to analyze on a grand scale. Now, thanks to the relentless efforts of historians, genealogists, and data scientists, this invaluable historical artifact, the 1870 United States Federal Census, has been fully digitized, transforming our understanding of post-Civil War America and revealing truths that were once obscured by the sheer volume and complexity of the data. The 1870 census was no ordinary enumeration. It was the 9th decennial census conducted by the United States, but its significance far transcended a simple head count. It was the first census taken after the abolition of slavery, the first to count all African Americans as free citizens, and the first to attempt to capture the demographic and economic landscape of a nation irrevocably altered by war and emancipation. Imagine the scene. Across a still recovering nation, thousands of census enumerators, often on horseback or by foot, traversed vast distances, knocking on doors, asking questions, and meticulously recording the details of every household. Their ink-stained pens captured not just names and ages, but occupations, places of birth, property values, and literacy levels. For the nearly 4 million formerly enslaved people, this census was their first official recognition as individuals, as citizens, rather than property. It was a monumental undertaking, fraught with challenges, biases, and inconsistencies, yet it remains an unparalleled window into a critical moment in American history. For over a century, accessing the full scope of the 1870 census was a daunting task. Researchers would spend countless hours poring over microfilm reels, squinting at faded handwriting, and manually transcribing data for small-scale studies. The sheer volume of information, millions of individual entries spread across thousands of pages, made comprehensive analysis virtually impossible. Patterns of migration, economic disparities, and the social fabric of communities remained largely anecdotal or confined to regional studies. The true power of this dataset, its ability to tell a national story of reconstruction from the ground up, was locked away, waiting for the technological advancements of the 21st century. The advent of digitization has been nothing short of a revolution for historical research. Projects like the one undertaken by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, Family Search, and various academic institutions have meticulously scanned, transcribed, and indexed every single entry of the 1870 census. This monumental effort involved armies of volunteers and sophisticated optical character recognition, OCR technologies, transforming millions of handwritten records into searchable, machine-readable data. But digitization is just the first step. The real magic happens when this raw data is subjected to the analytical power of modern computing, statistical modeling, and geographic information systems, GIS. Suddenly, what was once a static collection of individual records becomes a dynamic, interconnected database capable of revealing trends, correlations, and narratives that were previously invisible. One of the most profound revelations from the newly digitized 1870 census concerns the lives of formerly enslaved people. For the first time, researchers can systematically track their movements, family formations, and economic progress in the immediate aftermath of emancipation. The census reveals a massive, often overlooked, internal migration. The Great Migration of the early 20th century had its roots in the immediate post-Civil War period. Millions of African Americans, newly freed, moved across counties, states, and even regions, often in search of family members, separated by slavery, better economic opportunities, or simply to escape the oppressive conditions of the former Confederacy. The data shows that many chose to remain in the South, attempting to build new lives as sharecroppers or tenant farmers, while others ventured north and west, laying the groundwork for future urban communities. The census also provides crucial insights into family reunification. After generations of forced separation, the 1870 census offers glimpses into the heroic efforts of freed people to find and reunite with their loved ones. While many families remained fractured, The data indicates a significant number of individuals living in households with relatives who had previously been sold away. This speaks to the enduring strength of kinship ties and the profound human desire for family, even in the face of unimaginable adversity. Furthermore, the census sheds light on the formation of new family structures, with many freed people formally marrying and establishing nuclear households, a right denied to them under slavery. Economically, the 1870 census paints a complex and often stark picture. While many African Americans were listed with occupations, the vast majority were still engaged in agricultural labor, often under exploitative sharecropping arrangements that offered little path to true economic independence. The census data allows researchers to quantify the immense wealth disparity that persisted, with white landowners retaining control over the vast majority of productive land and capital. However, it also highlights pockets of resilience and progress, with some African Americans managing to acquire land, establish small businesses, or enter skilled trades. These individual stories, when aggregated, provide a more nuanced understanding of the economic struggles and limited opportunities faced by freed people during Reconstruction. Beyond the African American experience, the 1870 census also offers new perspectives on the broader American population. It reveals the continued westward expansion, with new territories and states showing rapid population growth. It captures the influx of new immigrants from Europe, particularly from Ireland and Germany, who were reshaping the demographic landscape of northern cities and agricultural frontiers. The census data allows for detailed studies of urbanization, industrialization, and the changing nature of work in a rapidly modernizing nation. Researchers can now map the distribution of various ethnic groups, analyze patterns of intermarriage, and track the rise of new industries and occupations across different regions. Moreover, the digitized census has become an invaluable tool for genealogists, allowing millions of individuals to trace their family histories with unprecedented ease. For African Americans, whose ancestral records were often deliberately obscured or destroyed during slavery, the 1870 census is often the first document where their ancestors appear by name as free individuals. This has profound personal and cultural significance, enabling countless families to reclaim their heritage and connect with generations lost. To the brutality of slavery, the implications of the newly digitized 1870 census extend far beyond academic circles. It provides a more accurate and human-centered understanding of one of the most critical periods in American history. It challenges long-held assumptions, debunks myths, and offers a data-driven foundation for understanding the enduring legacies of slavery and Reconstruction on American society. By bringing these millions of individual stories to light, the census reminds us that history is not just about grand narratives and political figures, but about the everyday lives, struggles, and triumphs of ordinary people. It underscores the power of data to illuminate the past, inform the present, and shape our understanding of the future. This discovery transforms a collection of dusty ledgers into a vibrant, interactive database, revealing the true human cost and profound societal shifts of post-Civil War America. It shows how the meticulous work of census enumerators over a century and a half ago, combined with the power of modern technology, can continue to reshape our understanding of a nation in transition. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like and subscribe and explore more discoveries that continue to reshape our understanding of the world. Until next time.